Hey there, thank you so much for joining me. I am Kara from KaraWoods.com, and it's absolutely fabulous to see you today. Thank you for my returning subscribers, and thank you very much for anyone who may be new to the channel. So I'm just giving the cards a quick shuffle because we're going to have a bit of a look here to see what might influence us this week, the opportunities and situations for the week. And of course, this is the come to the end of the week of October, so October the 23rd through to November the 1st. So let's have a bit of a look here to see what we've got here. Well, we're opening the week with the Hanged Man, which is the number 12 major arcana, and basically this is a yogi sitting upside down, lying upside down. Hanging from a tree, you know, and that this has a very significant meaning, this card here, because it really indicates that sometimes we need to get outside of our everyday world to really have a sense of connection to our spirit. A lot of yogis believe that, you know, by standing on their head, by allowing energy to flow to their head, that they're able to really open up in that way. So that's what this card sort of represents. This is a helper card for the month for those who are new to the channel, and this card is reminding you there's been some sort of hurt or sorrow and pain, heartache, loneliness, sadness in your life in the past, and it has for all of us. And it's reminding you though that to let go of anything that you no longer need to carry on. In fact, I would say, you know, pretty much let go of any old hurt or sorrow because it really doesn't serve you. What you carry forward is the lesson to be learned. You know, definitely carry forward anything that you feel gives you a new sense of wisdom or insight about your future. And I also kind of think of very much when I look at this card, I think, you know, it's the wonderful power of the three around realizing that the things that happen in our life that maybe hurt in the moment, that are very painful, often give us great gifts in the future, because it gives us new insight, new wisdom, new sense of knowing. So when I see this come together with the first part of the week of the Hanged Man, I think what the Hanged Man is trying to say to you here, the energy of this card is wanting to say that, you know, be mindful that you surrender your will, surrender your ego. If your ego is part of what brought about this pain and sorrow, the Hanged Man's reminding you that sometimes the ego is not necessarily always the best thing to sort of allow you to lead you or to lead you forward, but to really surrender that ego, that will, to allow your unconscious maybe to flow a little bit more. To realize that perhaps you need to take a moment to take a pause before you commit yourself to any direct action as you move forward. Ask yourself, you know, evaluate a little bit about where are you in terms of these past hurts and sorrows, and delay any direct action while you sort of suspend yourself in that place where you're able to really reflect and really go inside and really listen to your inner self. And as I said, really connect to your true higher self, to your spirit, as a yogi would do. So take, you know, I see this card as, you know, it's a bit of a pause. It is a sort of a take time out sort of card energy. So the first part of the week, I wouldn't be running around making a lot of decisions or actually taking a lot of action. I'd be sort of really taking a deep breath and pausing and realizing that it's maybe not the right time to really make a decision. It doesn't mean you aren't going to make a decision. You are actually, but you're just going to have a moment to really make sure that you are really centered and connected, and particularly connected with your perhaps your higher self, a little bit less of the ego influence in your life, and sort of seeing that, you know, because this is a 12, which is a 3, so this really power of the 3 is really important here. You know, the power of the 3 of beginning, of reasoning, and of rebirth, of head, heart, and spirit. It's sort of the power of the 3 is part of the sort of wanting to really make sure that your divine sense of connection or your divine sense of knowing is a part of your head and heart awareness. You know, that the ego isn't the only consciousness element of input into the situation that you're working on, that you are connected to your higher self as well as your heart at the same time. So be patient is basically a very good thought on this one. Okay, middle of the week, you've got the Ace of Swords coming in. Now, the Ace of Swords is about the intellect, but you know, the swords, I should say, is about the intellect, is about the mind, it's about thinking, it's about what we say, how we say it, when we say it, what do we say, who do we say it to. But when the Ace of Swords is there, it's saying you've been giving the opportunity around you to have real clarity of understanding, the absolute knowing. It's about really seeing things for what they truly are. And sometimes with the pause that comes and that reflection is when we really get the true clarity of thought. So if you're making some important decisions, this middle of the week, you'll start to really feel that empowerment of the mind and the ability to really see what is true about the matter, whether it be something about your values or your beliefs or the power struggles that are around you. Are people both speaking one thing but doing something else? You begin to see things more clearly and therefore be able to make decisions with this greater sense of perception about the world, which is really important. I think you'll also, if you've been struggling all month with understanding this card, here you'll begin to really get the message of what this card was wanting to say to you in terms of the energy around letting go of old hurts and worries. You begin to really see the truth of the matter and know what it was that is important for you to do that's right for you as a human being. That may not be the same as everyone else, but you'll really get a sense of seeing what is right for you and have that sort of aha moment or that sort of breakthrough thought, that original thinking, that creative thinking, that new idea or inspiration that you need to move forward. At the end of the week, though, you've got the Two of Swords. So this is more swords energy. So definitely your mind is going to be very active. Here, the Two of Swords is saying you will have a decision to make. However, the question is being asked is, this decision, is it one where you are actually avoiding making the decision, so you're feeling a bit stuck and bound? You notice the eyes here have a blindfold. The question is, is the blindfold there by choice or is the blindfold there by avoidance? So if it's by choice, it's saying again that it's a little bit back here where you've had this aha moment and you realize a little bit more reflection is needed. You need to really now ponder and really think through the two choices that you have, to really see that there are two possible pathways and really lay them out and be really thoughtful and insightful and listen to your inner wisdom, your own intuition, your sense of knowing. That's a really good place to go before you make major decisions. Really be clear about your intent and that real sense of awareness around possible consequences and thinking things through. However, if you find that blindfold is that you've had this aha moment and you've now get to the point where you just suddenly feel like I don't want to see it, I don't want to know it, maybe you're avoiding letting go, then that can also show that you end up being a bit stuck. So this card can kind of say, well, do you want to be stuck? Is that what you want? What is about this decision is so challenging to you is a question you might ask. Is it that you need more information? What consequences will you experience if you do just stay in a place of denial or a feeling sort of stay stuck? It kind of pushes you to really think about what are the possibilities, what is the worst case scenario type thing. So you really begin to realize that you have to face your consequences. So whether you act or don't act as you look at these decisions is really important. But if you're avoiding making the very difficult decisions, often you just make the decisions worse. So this is about choice. It's about choice. It's about the difficulty that can come from decision making when two things are being offered to us. It's about, though, if you draw upon your inner resources and your sense of connection to the divine, if you really utilize your clarity of mind that is being offered to you and the wisdom of truly knowing, if you are committed to letting go of the past, then you will, I think, make a very good decision and be able to move forward. So I hope you have an absolutely fantastic week. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. If you'd like a private reading, please go to my website. It is KiraWoods.com. So that's www.KiraWoods.com. And you can find out more information about making contact with me and booking a reading. If you would like to leave me your comments, thoughts, or whatever here on the YouTube, please do so, or send them to me privately. Also, please share, like, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Thank you so much again, and I look forward to seeing you with my next video. All the very best to you. Cheers. Bye.